Let me tell you a funny story about numbers. When I was really little, my cousins had a chalkboard. And on the chalkboard, across the top, it had the ABCs. Across the bottom, it had the numbers. We were really little. And my cousins all could say their numbers all the way 1 through 9. And so they were called up front. The whole family was there. And my uncle was really proud of them. And so he held the chalkboard up and so we could all see it. And they got up and each one took turns saying their numbers. And so the family clapped. And so my uncle said, okay, the demonstration's over. And he put the chalkboard back. I was anxious. I was saying, let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Everybody got up and moved and left. And I didn't get my turn to actually get up and do my numbers. And my mom said that she was so relieved because I couldn't begin to do my numbers. She said that he had saved me by putting away the chalkboard. And so that's a story from my earliest memories of my childhood. So that brings me to yesterday. You don't know about yourself and you continue to learn. I found out yesterday at 66 and something, I turned 67 in March, that I have a condition that is specific to my attention deficit disorder. And it is, I had never even heard of it. It's called dyscalculia. Dyscalculia. I can't even say it. I'll spell it for you. Dyscalculia. Dyscalculia. It sounds like disco and calculus, so two things that didn't make it. Dyscalculia is a specific number disorder. When I had been diagnosed with attention deficit disorder when I was 40, I took a standardized test that had a mean of 50. And on the testing, when it came back in language use and comprehension, I actually scored a 98. So within the top 2% in terms of language use and comprehension. I can do Shakespeare from high school. I can do hundreds of songs. I know tons and tons of things like that. When it came to number digit sequencing, I scored a 9. And when it came to mathematics, I scored a 1. And so they said that it was statistically a real abnormality that I would be that far off on a scale of the way that something would be regarded. But it did explain everything in my life that it had anything to do with numbers, dates, birthdays, bills, appointments, times. It had put me in a position for years and years to look extremely irresponsible. I had missed appointments. I had late bills. I had all types of things that I was always able to talk my way around. I was able to apologize. I was able to talk my way back into getting my insurance reinstated or whatever the circumstances was. My ability to use language was very strong. I was able to explain the reason that I was late or apologize for why I was late. But I just felt crazy. Sometimes I really just felt like, why can't I hold on to this information? And through the years, of course, you build in adaptations. You build in ways of working around yourself, working around times and things. And technology has changed. Technology is amazing now in terms of its ability to set timers and reminders and things like that. And so I've learned a lot of things to do with that. But with this particular disorder, I was standing at work and I was speaking to a young man who is a mathematician, and he is on the other side of it. He is very, very attuned to numbers and pattern recognition. I explained the difficulties I had, and he mentioned to me this word. I can't even remember what the word is. Dyscalculia. So, I did not know. I am 66 in so many months and did not realize that I had something that had a name. That was a name thing from, I believe, 1974 was when it was invented. And I graduated in 1977, so there was no internet. I didn't realize that I had the difficulty and had that specific disorder or that specific reason that I was having difficulty. So I share this with you so that you look into it. If you've had trouble with numbers, if you've been diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, they say that this disorder is 3 to 6% of the population. So it's really small, but of it, it is a tremendous number of people that have attention deficit disorder attached with the disorder. And so that's something that seems to be a comorbid type of situation. So it would be something, if I were you, I would look into and some of the ways that you can look around adaptations for it and to improve your memory and improve your working knowledge of numbers, things like that. So look into it. Thank you so much for stopping in. I didn't mean to keep you, but I will let you know as this develops, and we'll continue to figure this out together. So thanks again. I'll see you next time.